us down, and I use past failures to push me, and they don't sit right with me, and just keep working. So I always want the ball. I'm really grateful I got the ball, and happy to keep us in it, and then just you got Brady was unbelievable behind the plate tonight, and then what Cade, Fidel, and Guidry did was awesome. I think if you go down the line, Fidel is electric. He has amazing stuff. And then Cade, he pitched twice today, which is, that's gutsy, and biggest game of his life. He's got big leaguer written all over him, so that's really impressive. And then, you guys all know what Guidry does. He loves that. So it was pretty awesome. I think it was our best day of baseball, and that's exactly what Coach said yesterday. After we lost, he said tomorrow's going to be our best day of baseball, and I think that was the case. So good to build off of.
Catcher, what offerings are really working for you today?
I think it's getting ahead has been my biggest focus, just peeling it back, and I'm not getting ahead, haven't been getting ahead, and so that was the biggest focus. And I think fastball slider for majority of the game, and curveball threw it for a strike enough. Would have liked to have that a little more, but that felt really good.
Josh, you put some big swings on the ball, not only in this game tonight, but in the earlier game today. After the bats were kind of slow last night, you scored 21 runs today. Was anything different about the approach from the guys in the lineup, or was it same old, and it just got some better results?
Yeah, I think we went in the game with the same approach. We just executed a little better. We stayed in our plan the whole game. Everybody who came up to bat, looked confident, looked slowed down, and we did a really good job today, and hopefully just carry it in tomorrow.
Sorry about that. We'll get that shut off in the back.
Thatcher, this was your longest start of the season, if I'm not mistaken. What was different today that maybe you hadn't had other times this year?
Getting ahead for sure, I think once you get 0-2, 1-2 out of the chute, then you have the ability to expand or throw your put-away pitch, and that for the majority of the year that wasn't the case, where I'd have to claw back into counts and gets the pitch count up. So getting ahead for sure.
The ability to get out of bases loaded 3 times tonight for your team as a pitcher, what does that moment mean, and then be out of it? What does that mean for the team?
I think it's that's where the momentum is fully shifting to their dugout, and when you get out of it with a 0 or a 1, I think that sends it into your dugout, and I think that's just what's so impressive about the guys that came out of the bullpen tonight and slowing the game down and believing in themselves.
Thatcher, you haven't done that long into a game of passability to third inning in a while. Did you know that you still had that length in you to go all the way into the 6th?
I do, yeah. I feel like I could. I always feel like I'm going to throw until I get taken out. That with my trusting my preparation and all that, and then just I love being out there. So yes, I knew I had that.
Back right, then middle.
Josh, Coach said earlier, and when you look at the box scores, you can see the stats don't necessarily pop off the page, but big moments, big games, you always seem to step up. Why do you think that is?
I feel like I approach every at-bat really much the same, but just try to slow down and put a good swing on a good pitch. And, I feel like in those moments I just do a good job of staying within myself and not trying to do too much and just put a good swing on a good pitch. And, that's all you can do.
Josh, earlier in the year, it was we're not in the field, but we're in the fight. Messaging you today, it seemed like you had a chip and share. The chance, I guess, is there for you to take it. Just how much does that messaging resonate and allow you all to go out there and play loose the way you do?
Yeah, we know that we're always in the fight, and I think Coach might have brought that up because we've been playing blackjack a little bit at the hotel, and I've been down to 1 chip at the hotel and made my way back. So, that's just the mentality, is that we gotta stay there and just keep at it.
In the middle there.
Josh, who's the best player on the team in blackjack?
I don't think any of us are very good.
Coach, how big is it to see guys like Hayden and Josh, really the veteran stalwarts in the lineup, get some huge knocks today? How big is that not only for those guys, but for the confidence of some of the younger guys that you move on?
Yeah, big deal. And you can't win at this level of college baseball in the SEC or against a team like Carolina with all young players. Experience wins, talent and experience wins. Those guys have talent. They're experienced. I mean, they held up the trophy. They've been in games like that today and have come through. And when that happens, they should draw a lot of confidence from that. And I have confidence in them, just like I had confidence in giving the ball to Thatcher tonight. That was the plan for the entire tournament, is when we got back to this game, with Carolina, had we won yesterday or lost yesterday and fought our way back, he was going to get the ball tonight. And he did a great job. So it's a lot of peace of mind, him in the box, him on the mound, knowing that they've done it before. And they should draw a lot of confidence from that.
Josh, on that home run in the first inning, that was a pretty tough pitch to sort of square around and pull. It was an outside pitch. Like, how did you sort of get your bat around to be able to drive that out of the park?
Yeah, I was just going to be aggressive on a pitch over the plate that I could drive, and I was going to be geared up, ready on time, and I was able to do that on that pitch.
What have you done lately to sort of improve your timing, I guess?
Just be ready, and I mean, don't get too sped up in the box, and don't allow the pitcher to use his timing against me, and just be loaded up and ready whenever the pitcher throws the ball.
Mitchell, Coach Gallagher and Honeycutter, two for UNC's better hitters in kind of the year was the past 2 nights. Tonight they went over 10 against y'all. What was kind of key to frustrating them at the plate?
I think it was just the execution of the pitchers. I mean, this guy has major league stuff. He's going to pitch in the major leagues for a long time. And so I think the credit really goes to Thatcher. Like, those guys are great players. And then Gavin, obviously, there at the end, making pitches to not allow him to get enough of it because he has great power. And, we executed really well tonight. And I just think it's more about our pitchers executing.
So you talk about confidence. I guess what does a day like today do for your team going forward?
Yeah, I think they believe in themselves at a high level, playing as well as we have for the past month and a half. They should believe in themselves. But as I said last night, after a tough loss, today was going to be our best day. And those aren't words. It's like we're going to put everything, to the middle and go for it. And these guys did that. And, when you're in this tournament, you have to have great individual performances by guys that have talent. And that's what we got today in both games, because we beat 2 really good programs today.
Peter, then back right.
Coach, you just said that today was the play that always got Thatcher in this game today. Was there something about his stuff, his offerings that you thought was a particularly good match?
I just believe in him. I knew the stage he would be in control of himself. Winning pitcher, national title game, 0-0 game, against a team that won this particular league last year, and pitched against them twice. Tipping point game in the regional last year, struck out 12 against Oregon State. Throwing the ball great recently. Like, I thought he had 2 really good outings in Hoover in terms of how he looked, and it prepares himself every single day. And I've just seen it kind of going like this, and felt like he could do it. He certainly did.
Back right, then back middle.
Yeah, Thatcher, we just really haven't had a chance to talk to you much this year. Can you just take me through what you battled, week in, week out, and how rewarding it is to now have a performance like this and build that momentum back for yourself?
Yeah, I think the obviously the year was tough personally, and I think I got myself in a mechanical hole from tinkering too much. I really want to be the best I can possibly be. I love baseball, and over tinkered and made some changes, didn't necessarily do them right, and ultimately kind of had to peel back a little bit and do what comes naturally, and just be athletic. The timing of my delivery was the biggest thing. It was out of sync, and it's really hard to control when the timing and the delivery is off. So took a lot of work. It feels good to I guess kind of get rewarded for it, so to speak, and but that's the process, and I enjoy that process and that growth. It's fulfilling.
Last couple, back middle.
Jay, how are you set up for tomorrow? But just following on that, I got to ask you, you have 2 guys that care so much, about what they do and how they do it. Like, does it make the job easier? Does it make it harder?
Dugout full of guys like that. Coaches, players, managers, trainers, strength coaches, doctor, guys that traveled that aren't on the roster. It's full investment by everybody. It makes me feel great. And I feel like we're set up great because of that.
Coach, how do you feel that where's sort of the state of your pitching now heading into this game? I assume Cade's not available because he pitched twice today, and no Cage or Griffin or Luke. But other than that, is everyone else available?
Chip in a chair. Deal the cards.
Coach, just from an offensive standpoint, I think tonight was the first time you guys landed the first punch. How important was that, and how important is that tomorrow?
I thought it was great. I think it's a 27-out game, as we saw tonight. It's an elite team, you know. So you just got to keep playing. You just have to keep playing. We score 7 in the first, or give up 7 in the first. We have to keep playing. And I think with what we have worked through, not gone through, what we've worked through, I think we're well positioned to understand that type of game. I think we did it twice we were down 8-0 last week and won. You know, we've been ahead and 9-1 in SEC games and held on to win 9-8. 8-1, 8-4. Power header up, bases juiced. So I think all of that. I have this saying that everything is training for something. Well, we're trained and ready for tomorrow.
Last one, right here.
Coach, how big was Brady, not just at the plate, but being able to come in and find the catch after having not caught for a while?
They did a great job today. Took great at bats all day, and really proud of him. And he's a great player. He's a great player, and good to get him back. Again, he's the starter here both years until he got hurt both times, and we believe in him at a high level. And you heard Thatcher speak to how well he caught tonight, and he took a bunch of great at bats, and it's great to get him back in there.
All right, thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys.
We'll see you all
Thank you.
tomorrow night.